Okay, can I get both your names, please?
Yeah, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ian Marshall.
So, nearly a year ago, Jack had a cardiac arrest while playing here at Kempston.
Yeah.
What do both of you, well, I'm guessing you remember it quite
Yeah, it's
clearly.
quite vivid, isn't it? It's so we were at the match. By all accounts, he was having a fantastic game, and it was like it all unfolded very quickly, and like it was very surreal. So we were sat in the stands, but we were right at the very back, right in the corner, no sort of easy way out. So I mean, we saw him go down, and I don't know how he managed to sort of flag for help and make it known that it was something to do with his chest, but we just knew straight away. Sort of his hand in the air as he was going to the floor, and his other hand was sort of on his chest, so we knew. It felt like a lifetime trying to just get out of the stands. Just left all our belongings and sort of ran down. You jumped over the fencing, didn't you, to get onto the pitch?
So he jumped, I almost fell head over heels over it, but over it one way or another.
And yeah, I sort of, well, I couldn't do that, I'm not very tall. So I just ran around the pitch, and by the time I was running around, he'd got there. The players were sort of running to me, and I was saying, how do I get on? How do I get on to him? I need to find out what's wrong. When your child's got a heart condition, it doesn't matter the age they get to. If you see them in distress, it's the first thing your mind goes to. And you know you've lived through it, and you've been told how to deal with it, so you just need to get to them, and it just felt like forever. But the team were fantastic. I mean, they literally ran around the pitch with me. I can't even remember their names, I'm sorry, but they ran around the pitch, got me on the pitch, took me to him, and they sort of made a wall around him, you know, to sort of protect what was going on and give him that privacy as he was like going through the worst of it, and then as he was coming to. So yeah, that was it. It was awful.
It wasn't the most pleasant experience.
Yeah.
Off the back of it, kind of how are you guys dealing with it? I mean, obviously he's back playing football, which is really good to see.
I'll be honest, initially it was extremely hard to deal with. I think we both sort of were on autopilot for a long time. You sort of go through that fight or flight, and then it sort of hits you, and realisation, and like, you know, the mortality sort of thing that you think that could have really gone the other way. That was really difficult to deal with. But then obviously our priority is Jack and his mental, physical state. So, I mean, that gets us through. And, I mean, I know we've always said to him, never give up. And we sort of put that on ourselves as well. Like, we don't give up. We don't put barriers in our way. And, you know, him pushing forward and doing well, that keeps us going as well.
Yeah. Considering I had a heart attack in February, just before.
And he was your first responder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there for me. So,
Do you think enough is done within football to bring awareness to both heart conditions and cardiac arrests?
I think it's moving in the right direction. I think all these campaigns that are going on at the minute are fantastic, but I don't think enough people maybe are paying attention to them. I think it's taken a long time to get to this point. You hear a lot of conspiracy theories, you know, they'll sort of say that's happening because of this, and all these players, you know, this happens because of that, and it's not. It's, you know, some of these conditions, they go unnoticed, and without genetic tests you'll never know they're there until something happens. And I say fortunately lightly, but for Jack, he had an implanted, so an ICD. So for him, he was the lucky one, but on that day it could have been anyone on that pitch, and he was the fortunate one to have the fail-safe.
And have you got any people to thank, obviously Jack's recovery?
Phew, honestly,
endless list, to be fair.
there is an endless list.
So many doctors,
I mean,
consultants, nurses, the team, the
yeah,
fans, the support.
I mean, on the day, the club, both clubs were fantastic. The response times, I mean, I couldn't get there quick enough, but they were on him, they were sorting him out. Elliot, the physio, I mean, he is a young guy, he was superb. just superb. You've never known it was such a traumatic thing he was dealing with. But then the fans alike, you know, we had a lot of people reach out, and we had sort of newspapers, radios, everyone wanted to get involved, but the fans, that football community, they were the ones that were just sending the most love. And that's, you know, as well as the medical professionals did what they've got to do, you know, what they're trained to do. But these are normal human beings that just come to a football match, and they're, you know, the officials and whatever else, and they don't expect to deal with that on the day. And they were amazing.
Yeah, all of them were amazing. Yeah, it was really good.
Brilliant, thank you guys.